as the temperatures begin to dip, it's a reminder that our skin will be facing the elements this winter.
So, to make sure we are prepared to fight away the dullness and the irritability, Jennifer Rock, also known as Skin Nerd, is here to tell us how to do it. Good morning, Jennifer.
Just going to stand in a normal way.
Yeah, try to stand in a normal way. We're having one of our sibling days.
So tell us, let's
out.
crack into it. How important is it going into the winter months? Cold weather's coming. How do we look after our skin?
I think definitely this time of the year people tend to up the ante on treatments, and collagen is a conversation we tend to talk about, particularly this Christmas, because you might be seeing people you haven't seen in a few years, so you're looking at yourself in the mirror thinking, I just want to feel the best version of myself. I'm not a huge fan of collagen drinks, simply because when you ingest collagen, it can't just magically go to your skin and plump it up. So what I'm a big believer in is supplementation like this one. Since your Advanced Nutrition Programme, your Skin Collagen Synergy, there's ingredients in there, so each pod is what you take every single day. So they're your supplementation, they're 32 little pods, 32 active ingredients within your month-long pod, and they're vegan friendly, and they have ingredients like your zinc, your vitamin C, loads of nutrients that essentially trigger your body to make its own collagen, so to reignite your skin's own collagen.
Okay.
So we have, honestly, check out our own social media, we've had phenomenal, completely unbiased results with that alone, so definitely big believer in that.
No collagen supplement.
That's exactly what it is, a no collagen supplement, so it gives your body the tools it needs to create its own collagen, so thumbs up.
Okay, we're moving on to serums next.
Yeah, so Mary Reynolds is a facialist, but she's a huge believer in all things energy. So not only does her ingredients or her products have science in it, but this particular elixir one essentially is a lightweight absorbing oil, but it has ingredients like vitamin C, vitamin E and omegas in there as well. So this, when you're coming into this time of the year, Tommy, as you were saying, this is all about what we call trans-epidermal water loss, essentially the natural...
Say
that again.
We all say that?
How's the TWL today word? But that's what it is. So essentially the natural reservoir of water is escaping from your skin. So that's why you tend to feel quite taut and tight. And
is that because we're going
flaky.
from cold to warm and the moisture's been drawn out?
A lot to do with central heating and we might have it on a little bit less this year than other years, but it does have a negative impact on our skin. But ultimately what these two products together can do, but even separately, they essentially occlude the skin and keep that hydration that you naturally have within your skin. So you're less likely to have to be aware of the irritations and the sensitivities.
Very good. Vitamins, serums, can't go wrong.
Neroli and frankincense.
What about this one now? Cleansing oil.
Convara, so a fellow Irish brand. This one is from Boots. Essentially, this is a cleansing oil. If you smell this smells like a facial at home. So I promise you're going to adore it. But essentially, it takes off the most waterproof of mascara. It's a beautiful cleanser, really lightweight, but it's plant-based ingredients. This time of the year, I tend to up the ante on the foundation a little bit more. During the summer, perhaps I'm wearing lighter base. Now it's a little bit heavier. This just cuts through it all. And who this is brilliant for that you might not think of it for is essentially somebody who she's in heaven with
lovely.
the smell.
No, just squirt it everywhere.
Yeah, just put it around the bedroom. Never need it on your face. But the reality is oil cuts through oil, so it's brilliant for someone who's wearing a lot of foundation or has quite oily skin. It really removes it. Yeah, it genuinely does.
It removes the eye makeup. I mean, when you get a two-in-one product, that's what you
oil.
have to have. Yeah, it's so good. Now, Amy Connolly.
Of course, had to talk about it. So it's a recent launch. It is flying off shelves. Cannot keep it in stock, so she says. So this is the Satin Silk, I'm going to get in trouble from her now.
Long Wear Foundation.
Perfect. So this is a product that she actually created the name of before she created the product because she knew she wanted a kind of medium to fuller coverage. She wanted it to look satin, look kind of skin-like, but you could build it. So for example, on a Wednesday, I might want to use it and just look like I have got a little bit of foundation on. Same product on a Saturday, build it up to look like I have got my heavy going out, let's say, inverted commas product.
Okay.
30 shades, which I think is phenomenal, absolutely needed. She is trailblazing it, and as always, it's going to be skin ingredients in there as well. So she has her hyaluronic and her vitamin B3, which is a really important
Fair play to her, that's amazing.
But it
30
like
different tones is incredible, isn't it?
It's huge, and she's right, she's absolutely right. But if you put it onto your hand, it really doesn't look like when you hear full or building coverage, you think sticky, you think heavy, you think it looks deadpan. It doesn't, it literally lives up to the name. It is satin, it's a beautiful dewy finish. It doesn't feel like you're wearing very heavy coverage, yet you're getting it.
Arms, I see now.
I don't want to know about her holiday.
Right, let's talk about hydrating cream.
Yes, this is the Ven Tolerance range. So the Tolerance range is one that's renowned for really helping like irritated and skin that needs to kind of be minded, a bit of TLC. But this is their newest launch. It's quite clever. It's a Tolerance 10 because it has only 10 ingredients in it. Now, when your skin is sensitive and irritated, which this time of the year it can be even more so, it's quite important that you only put quite gentle ingredients on it. So in here is only 10 active ingredients that are really all about soothing and calming, and it actually clinically keeps the skin hydrated for 48 hours. I like the idea.
Oh,
stuff.
there you
Yeah,
go. We're
very
putting
good.
that in. And the next one that we have here?
Coloran.
Hair mask.
So this is your anti-dandruff exfoliating and treating powder mask with galangal, which is essentially a spice.
That's a mouthful,
No,
isn't
I
it?
love it all. As someone with dandruff, tell me more. What's going on?
I know. So you've been really honest and open about this. And do you know what, Muireann? I think dandruff is a conversation that we should talk about so much more. Because if you've like, say, Tommy, you get dryness in your beard, you just tend to talk about it openly. Whereas dandruff, unfortunately, people tend to be quite dubious about opening up about
Oh, yeah,
it.
I totally have dandruff.
And there's so many studies to say that like 70 to 80% of people feel, unfortunately, less attractive when they dandruff. They won't talk about it. So the studies with this is that essentially there's 89% less itching when you use this. So essentially, it's a little powder. You open up the sachet, put it into wet hands, rub it into your hair, leave it on for about 10 minutes as a mask, and then rinse it off. So you use this 2 or 3 times a week for about a month. That's what's inside this little box here, 8 sachets. And then you go back to a maintenance program of the shampoo thereafter. But that ingredient is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and so 73% of people believe that dandruff, it'll actually help with the itching and the irritation of dandruff.
People will try
Amazing.
anything. People have tried so much. So thank you for bringing that in.
And you've got some
Exfoliating.
Nux
Would you like you to put it on, right? So this is Nux, it's the Rêve de Miel honey.
Sorry.
It's beautiful. So if you think about honey, what honey is known for is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and extremely hydrating. So this is the from Provence range in Italy. It's the lavender.
Nailed it.
PGI honey, but extremely hydrating. And look, your
look how
lips just
hydrated
look
I am.
dewy, really fresh.
Jennifer
really
Rock,
powerful
the
product.
Skin Nerd, as always. Wow, what a range of products.
Thank you,
Thank you
Jen.
so
God,
much.